Hello everyone, you are listening to Spreaker.com's The ECPW Show. On this show, I talk about upcoming ECPW shows, and well, this one is entitled ECPW October 5th, 2013, and I labeled it for a reason. The reason being is because on October 5th, which is a Saturday night by the way, you can get tickets by logging on to ECPW1.com. Again, that is ECPW1.com. And you can also get tickets from me as well. You can get it both ways, actually. You can get it both ways. Either from the website, if you need any more info on what matches are happening or where to buy tickets, you can check out the poster either on Facebook or on the website itself, ECPW1.com. Again, that is ECPW1.com. Just on the calendar, go to October 5th. Alright? Anyways, on October 5th, a Saturday night, here in Shirley, New York, I will be hosting... No, not hosting. I'll be, October 6th, I'll be hosting a post show here on Spreaker.com. That's what I meant to say. I'll be hosting a post show from October 5th because I will be at the bingo hall to enjoy some impactful wrestling of ECPW action. Really, like I want to mention, and I want to bring out the matches that are, first off, I want to get off my chest the matches that are happening that night. And the matches happening that night are the following, and this is not in any order. This is not in any proper order. It's just random order. Alright? Matches that are happening on Saturday night, October 5th at the Bingo Hall in Shirley, New York. 78 McGraw Street, Shirley, Long Island, New York, by the way, are the following. And I quote, Mason Shadows versus Lucas Sane. Match 2. Dickie Rods versus Long Island's finest, Cash. Match 3. New York bad boy Rocky Shore versus the Iraqi Assassin. Match 4. Dr. Porter with Vinny the Guido taking on Robbie Rebel. And match 5, the main event, will be for the ECPW Long Island Championship. Again, that is for the ECPW Long Island Championship. It is the current champion, Mark Static, being accompanied out to the ring by Angel, putting his ECPW Long Island title on the line against Boondocks. And many more matches will be happening that night. They're just not mentioned yet. They will be mentioned at the show, and they will happen at the show, because you can catch some of your favorite stars of ECPW, such as Spaz, Johnny Ova, Joe Sloan, who else? SJR, Bobby Green. You can catch pretty much anybody that you see on the poster at the show. Hopefully. Not hopefully, it definitely is. I'm saying hopefully because I'm talking to my friend over here. But he's interrupting me during my radio show, yeah. Anyways, you could catch my post show on Spreaker.com. It'll be entitled ECPW 10/5/13 Post, which means it'll be the post show. So you can catch that up on October 6th, Sunday night, or Sunday during the day. I don't know when I'm going to broadcast it, but it will be broadcasted on Sunday, October 6th, the post show, where I talk about what happened at the show, ECPW that is. Anyways, the matches, like I said, Mason Shadows versus Lucas Sane, Dickie Rods versus Cash, Dr. Porter versus Robbie Rebel, Bad Boy Rocky Shore versus the Iraqi Assassin, and the title match, Mark Static, the champion, versus Boondocks. If there's any matches I missed, I will check back on the poster. Otherwise, let's just continue with the show, shall we? Now, I named this ECPW for a reason. I'm not talking about the show, I'm talking about the actual episode. And that is because I want to talk about my opinions and my questions into, as a fan, that is, I'm speaking on point of a fan. I want to speak off my mind right now, and that is exactly what is on my mind, and that is, how is Mark Static, if he's even going to go over in the match? Like I said, you won't know unless you come on down to the show. Tickets are $15 in advance, and the bell time is 7:30 p.m. at 78 McGraw Street in Shirley, Long Island, New York, the Bingo Hall in Shirley, which is behind the Kohl's Shopping Center. Like I was talking about the title match. The title match I want to talk about is the Long Island Championship match against Mark Static and Boondocks. Now, my opinion is Mark Static's going to go over. This is just me talking as a fan, and most likely he is going to go over because lately he's been on a winning streak. At the past shows that he has been defending his title, he has been on a winning streak, and I congratulate him on that. But what I don't congratulate him on is how he wins the match. He ends up winning the matches always so far by disqualification. Look at the match, Mark Static versus SJR. The Syndicate of Pain. All of them have interfered in that match and disqualified Mark Static. Therefore, the stipulations of any title match, the main stipulation is you get disqualified, the title does not change hands. You may win the match or lose the match, but the title does not change hands. The title stays with the current champion that walked into the event as the champion. So in this case, Mark Static walked into the last show as ECPW champion, got disqualified, and walked out as champion. Not the winner of the match, but walked out as champion nonetheless. And my main problem is that why in the hell, and I'm talking as a fan, why in the hell would Mark cost himself the match? Yeah, if you would cost yourself the match, oh wow, I keep the title, but yet I lost. I consider a true champion, a true legitimate champion, a person who can either win the match and retain the title cleanly, or a person who can lose the match and lose the title cleanly and still have respect for his opponent. The type of wrestler I do not respect, the type of wrestlers that I respect are heel wrestlers, where they automatically think they have to be disqualified just to keep the title in their hands. So much so that they are so scared in the match that they hire someone or have their stable come on out to the ring and attack his opponent just to disqualify him and let him keep the title. That's the type of wrestlers I do not respect at all. And I'm talking about gimmicks here. Like WWE's gimmick, who is it? Curtis Axel. I have a lot of respect for him as a wrestler, and I have a lot of respect to him, who he seems to be representing, and who he seems to be representing is his father, because his father was an intercontinental champion at one point, Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, and now look at him now. Kurt Hennig's son, Michael, FKA, meaning formerly known as Michael McGillicuddy, seems to be the current WWE Intercontinental Champion. And that's the type of person I respect, because WWE is giving him a storyline, and yeah, he might be a heel right now, he might be a Paul Heyman guy, but you gotta understand, that's just a storyline. And I don't know the guy in real life, I don't know him personally, I don't know him, but I still have respect for him because he is going after a dream that his father went after when he was young. Now, let's go on to a different match in ECPW, October 5th, 2013. The next match I want to talk about is Dickie Rods versus Cash. Now, this show is going to be a great match, but at the last show, I'll explain to you what happened. As much as I can remember, that was like a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. I don't know. But what I do remember is that during the match, Cash it was a tag team match because the show before that it was Dickie Rods and Cash versus I forgot the name. I forgot the team that they faced 4 months ago or 3.5 months ago. But it was the team of Cash and Dickie Rods versus someone, 2 people. I don't know. I'm sorry, I really don't know. I'm not trying to make it sound like that, but I don't know. Anyways, that show, Cash ended up screwing over Dickie Rods in the match and leaving him in the ring. So then at this show, Dickie Rods came out and made a promo, and the promo was that he did not trust Cash, he did not have any trust in him, so much so that he had to ask the audience, he had to take the audience's POV for a second, point of view, and get their reactions. He asked the fans, do you want me to give him another chance? Do you want me to give him one more chance? The entire crowd did a Daniel Bryan, yes, 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 yes. And he took the deal, took the bait, I should say, because I'll explain more what the bait means. He took the bait and had a tag team match with Cash at this past show. What else? And then during the ending of the match, I should say, Cash got in the ring, super kicked Dickie Rods right in the face, and left the ring, and Dickie Rods ended up losing the match because when he super kicked him, that was the finish of the match. Super kick, boom, he knocks down, and then his opponent takes advantage and just pins him 1, 2, and 3, and Dickie Rods ended up losing the match. So now at this show, instead of Dickie Rods and Cash, it's going to be Dickie Rods versus Cash. In my opinion, in the match, it's going to be a good match. It's going to be a great match to watch. And, well, you're just going to come out to the show and see who ends up being a winner, Dickie Rods or Cash. Again, tickets are $15. You can check online at ECPW1.com for more info on this event. The date, however, on the calendar on ECPW1.com is October 5th, 2013. So yeah, that's the second match. Now the third match, and the third match I'm going to talk about before I'm going to a commercial break, is the following. And that is, third match. Mason Shadows versus Lucas Sane. And that is the match I want to talk about right now, because it's a match that's been anticipated since December of last year. The very last show before the August 3rd show of Mason Shadow's match in ECPW. The December show was Mason Shadow's last match in ECPW before returning on August 3rd at the last ECPW show. He'll be returning at this show again in a singles match against Lucas Sane. Now, I want to get my own opinion on this, and that is Lucas Sane or Mason Shadows. The question is, who do I want to win? If I were to choose a winner, and I had the ability of doing that, who would I want to win, and why? I would want Mason Shadows to win. Reason being, Lucas Sane acts like he's the reason Mason was out. And that's true, he is the reason why Mason was out of the company for a while. And he acts like, oh, he's not scared of Mason, like, oh, I can beat him, I can take him on one-on-one, I can destroy him and leave him out of the company once and for all. He thinks he can do that. But in my opinion, Mason Shadows will overpower him, prove to him that they do not mess with the undead army, and you do not mess with me and try and permanently take me out of the company and decommission me out of the company. Do not ever try and take me out of the company is what Mason Shadows is all about in this event. It's basically a revenge match. You tried to take me out of the company on December at the last ECPW show of 2012, and now it's my turn to destroy you and show you what it's like to be left out of the company for so long. So, in my opinion, Mason Shadow's going to win this match, and for a good reason. He wants total revenge on Lucas Singh. He wants so much revenge against Lucas Singh that he'll do anything it takes. Clean match-wise, not extreme. Clean match-wise. But that's just my opinion. I won't know, like you. I won't know until October 5th, the night of the show. Another match I want to talk about. Dr. Porter versus Robbie Rebel. Big question on my mind. Part 2. It's a Part 2 match because not this past show, but the show before that, it was Robbie Rebel versus Dr. Porter. I think it was a May show. May. It was Dr. Porter versus Robbie Rebel in the first round. And I'm not saying first round because it's a battle royal round now. No, I'm talking about first round because it was the first match for them. And Robbie Rebel ended up losing to Dr. Porter. Horribly. I should mention, he ended up losing horribly. But let's hope at this next show, Robbie Rebel ends up winning the match and destroying Dr. Porter once and for all, and proving that you do not mess with Robbie Rebel. What else? Well, I'm going to take you to a commercial break. So, yeah. I just got to find a song on my playlist right now. But speaking of wrestling, let me just take you to WWE for 1 minute. And, no, TNA. If you're a TNA fan and you're listening, then this is one great episode because I'm going to talk to you about last night's episode of Impact Wrestling and my opinions of it. My opinions of it is that I didn't necessarily like how Dixie Carter ended the show last night. She blatantly, and I say blatantly, took the camera guy's headphones that he wears so that the guys in the back can tell him when his camera is up to be at certain points of the ring. She took his headphones, told the guys in the back to cut the camera, cut the lights, cut everything because the show is officially over for the night. In my opinion, I don't think the show was supposed to end that way. But this is wrestling, that's his storyline, and that was with AJ Styles. My opinion is why would AJ Styles, and this is me asking because I haven't watched TNA lately because I'm not a big TNA fan, I'm not a huge TNA fan. But my question is, and if you can answer it on Facebook.com /James Balash.50, BALASH.50, and answer this question for me. What do you guys think the reason was? Because you guys might have been watching wrestling, TNA Impact Wrestling for longer than me, like a few weeks longer than me, or even since it came on. So my question is, and if you can answer this on Facebook.com /James Balash, BALASH.50, is the big question, and that is, why did AJ Styles have Dixie Carter come out to the ring, and what was the storyline behind them? Like, what was last night's deal? Like, why did he say, oh, she had no wrestling experience before, so her daddy bought her the company? Explain to me that. Explain to me, like, the whole storyline behind that, please, on Facebook.com /James Balash, BALASH.50. And I'll be right back. Here is Mike, Born to Try. Again, this is Mike, Born to Try. On Spreaker.com, it's the ECPW show. Hope you enjoy.
Are you awakened? All you can take in, beating on your feet into your walls. Up all inside, just hang on for the ride, and only your heart came breaking down. I told you once, if I told you 100 times. Don't point your fingers at my honest face. I learned you, but I promised to be true, and only heart came breaking down. So all things wasted and only tasted a sample of those fruits I'd offer you. There ain't no part of mine to hear you waiting on your lines, and only heart came breaking down. So don't hold me up, baby, no working holding me down. Can't take some higher road when you ain't touched the ground. Don't make a sad look to my tired face. Go find your heart, go find its place. I never learned to love, never learned to hate. Never hated you, you never had to wait. For love and found it all had come from me, you'd simply say that's just your point of view. You ain't born to try, there ain't no doubt or wonder why, and only heart came breaking down, came breaking down, came breaking
down. Next, here is Magnum PI by Red X. Again, this is Red X Magnum PI on Spreakers, the ECPW show, hosted by James Balish. Alright, and this is from the Spreaker music playlist. Red X Magnum PI. Alright, I am back, and now I just want to talk about ECPW again for a split second, and this episode will be done for the night. And that is that, again, that was Magnum PI by Redix first. Again, that was Magnum PI by Radix, or whatever, from the Spreaker music playlist. Anyways, you can catch the ECPW October 5th post show on Spreaker.com right here on my radio show, the ECPW show, that is. I will post more info on that on my Facebook while time passes by and leads up to that post show. First, the show has got to happen on October 5th, which is again Saturday night. Tickets are $15. For more info on this event, log on to ECPW1.com. Again, that is ECPW1.com. One more thing. The match that I am really waiting for, not my favorite. I'm not going to say it's not my favorite, but it's not the favorite of my favorite. Because every match happening that night is my favorite. And that's just the way I feel. Every match that's mentioned on the poster and every match that's not mentioned on the poster that will end up happening at the show are all my favorite matches combined into one match in my mind. But the match I cannot wait for is the title match. Boondocks versus ECPW Long Island Champion Mark Static for the ECPW Long Island Championship. In my opinion of that match, again, Mark Static's going to win. No matter how much I want Boondocks to win, I just have a feeling, a really good feeling in the bottom of my gut that tells me that Mark Static's going to end up winning by disqualification again. Will he prove me wrong? I mean, if he does end up winning, will he at least prove me wrong by winning correctly and respectively, or will he win by disqualification again? Again, come on down to the show Saturday, October 5th, and you can find out for yourself if he's an honorable man or if he's really a heel and get disqualified just to retain the title. Alright, I gotta go. You can catch me in just a few minutes on my next show, the WWE show, I think. Whichever show it is, you'll know. Anyways, I gotta go. Catch you next time on October 6th for the ECPW October 5th post show. Okay, see you next time, and catch you later. Again, if you want to know more information on the ECPW October 5th show, log on to ECPW1.com for more info. Alright, see you. I'll talk to you guys again October 6th on this radio show, the ECPW show. Good night, everyone. Now, here's Dance Bitches. Yeah, I said it. Dance Bitches by Redix to close out the show.